Okay, I'm on the regression. I try to say to myself and I ask myself, how many friends do I need on Facebook? So I just keep removing the ones that don't say to me anything. In a week or two, there's people following me, and I really don't know how it actually works. So let's talk about boring of the whole. B and R, brown and red. B and R, blue and red, or ready. This letter must work with other words, and this letter must work with other words in order to have the passage or separation between the same realities. Okay, these are bear months. There are 4 bear months. There's the October bear, white. There is the November bear, maybe the panda. There is December bear, maybe the grizzly. But in all, there is the September, the scepter, the holder, the king of all bears would be in this month. The octo or octagon, the bear that wants you to stop. That would be cold and ice. We freeze in polar bear land. The ice turns a color, or inside the ice, or there's a color that's created within the ice. 30 to 31 is 61. 30 to 31 is 61. 31 to 31 is 62. 1, 2, 3, reality. What is this? Double D's in one side of a B. Here's your B, here's your B. How do we join it? We have to understand that when we create one square, there is no center to that square. There is no real diameter, so nothing is real until 4. When you can have the point or the cross between all 4 and you can cut them into a diamond and create 8. This is what happens. The scaffolding hook, you see the 3 that's inside the D, the 3rd and 4th letter. Do it on both sides, it becomes 8. This on both sides becomes 8. It turns around. When you capture this side, you have to capture it all the way around, right? The propeller, when it turns, if it's over here the propeller, it's over here the propeller. When it's turning the, I can't explain which way, but you know. Oh, did somebody look up here? The pawn, the king. How does the pawn move? How does the king move? How many pawns are there? How many kings are there? And how can I use them against my numbers? Do you see the arrow? What this actually is. Now, I'm going to have to cover these 2 books up. I'm going to move on this camera. Hopefully it doesn't start over. Okay, this is 3 squares. Okay, I created the B on this side, which you can see the seagull is what comforts the 2 of them in, the seagull that brings them both together. So if you say that, you have to understand that the body is over here. Which angle is this design? On this side of it, and you have to see things the way you want to see them, but I'm showing you some way else to see them, is that look at the edge of the K. You see that extra marking? Okay, now the question is, it's the marking of the roof and the floor, or the representation of I. Jack has it also, showing you 2 sides. So if Jack is showing you 2 sides, really think about it. He's showing you to one side, he's showing you in the center where the hook, and he's showing you the other side. He's showing you the centers of both sides. That's where the I comes in. But this is the junction, because on the I here, there's a hook. It's not the I. The I is the representation. Do you want me to show you the I? It's right over here. Off to this side, we know we come all the way down the center, and then off to this side, off to this side. That's all we have to draw. That's it. And to create the H, I'm assuming we need 2 cards, right? Although the I is this way, the H starts over here. Drawing it up, you need 2 cards. I mean, that's all I can see, unless the 2 cards are like this, and the line that goes through over here. So now I don't want to create any other scenarios. So now we have on this side, right, the completed circle of the B creates the D on the outside. If you notice, it took up 1 square, 2 squares, 3 squares. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and then the outside one takes up a square to come all the way around. Inside comes in and shows a position as this position over here, this geometrical shape. that if you bent down, you would actually need this like this, because this part, when you bend down, you want it to be as thin as possible, because if it was thick, you'd be ripping at your legs. So that's why you wear that tong. Now over here is that D. Okay, that flesh, so it's D double B. When all I did is connect the first month, the second month, and the third month, or connect in between, right here, 17 to 1 to connect these two. How do I know? Right there, roulette, in between two numbers, 17 to 1. 38, 35 to 1 is when you put it straight on a number. So at the same time, it's the face, the nose, and the mouth. What is B, Venus? Is it our face? I don't know. I don't know these things, but throwing things around and somebody saying this and that and something else, you're like, oh my God, we're building a picture. This is what she is. All the mechanical equipment are over here. When they rip off the head, when you cut off the head. Don't you see what I'm getting to? You're taking the mask off. You need to take the neck. The question is, when what's his name, Frankenstein, had those two pins here, what was that actually saying? Is it was the head can go like this because it's got two pins here? If you had two pins here, you would be having a bar inside. You'd break your head. Here, it's the same rotation. Here, it would just be like that. The one here is like that. You pull it out, and then you can go like that. You separate them, because when you're bringing them together. So I have to put this on, oh my God, it's the stripes. Where did they all come from all of a sudden? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stripes. Should there be 8? Should there be 7? What's the truth of why there's 8? When this goes out over here and here, if we play in one world, okay, this one would move over and give the extra space over here. When you move you space, if you come into my room, if I take the air out of your room and I put it into my room should get bigger and your room will get smaller. I have to use the same understanding. I have to use whatever the scientists have ever done in their whole life. Sometimes their discovery misses, sometimes it hits, but mine's a hit all the time. Guaranteed. Because I just learned something new that they already know. For me, I know their truth, but for me it always works because I have to make it work. Because if I can't make it work, then it ain't going to work for them either. So I have to go down to the maximum and the minimum for when it's working and not working. And actually, the minimum and maximum can both be not working, but not achieving their goal. So we talked about the bear months. October, 8. 8 inside 10. Scepter, holder of the scepter. 30 days becomes 36 and 36. 36 and 36. Do you know 36 and 36? All sixes reflect 1 and 1. 6, 1, 6, 1, 16, 61. 2, 3, 3, 2. 2, 3, 2. 11, 11. 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 is 5 and 6, 11. 2 times 3, 23, or 2 plus 3 plus 11 is 16 again. 23 and 11 is 34, and 34 plus 11, 33, 34 plus 11, no, 32. So it's 23 and 32. 23 and 11 is 34, and 32 and 11 is 43. And those are the presidents, the one that's in office now, and JFK. So we have the 9, 10, 11, 12. 9 and 12 come together for 21. And I did that before, 9 and 12, which is the I letter and the L letter for the island. It's ill, but if you're going to say eel, right? If you're going to say eel, I mean, this is so exciting. You're going to say L, him and her. Why not say the opposite? For the longest time, il in French or in English is sick, but il is like an island. It is also a plural for they or them. Or it could be singular for him, but then you would say her, il and el. It's not spelt that way. It's spelt with el. It's il and il. But the E stands for an I. So they're actually saying both of them. They're telling, like, okay, I hear the story. And everybody heard it individually. But I took the package and said, everything's got 5 realities to it. And from 5, I got all the opposition as 10. And then whatever I find in between is the difference of the truth of what I see that I can explain to you. Lucifer starts with 333. Where is that piece of paper? I don't want to hit my mouse and start this thing over again. The oyster over here. Oh, and we didn't even do this yet. 320 is 640, right? There's 24 more days left till the end of the cycle of the 13th moon, plus the 1 day every 3 days, 1 day every year, and 2 days every year that is missed from 365 to 366. So we did the chess pieces, the Gemini, the solstices. Give me a second, I'm going to find this. The horseshoe, Fera Metal. Lucifer is the reader of the circuit of fire. Fire is hot moving. He is the plus circuit. What is that plus circuit that's running in us right now? I see it right here. Connecticut makes up for the plus circuit. Something to do with the ears, because down in Connecticut, actually this is more in Maine. I shouldn't have said that, but now it made me think of the ears, which is the rabbit ears. Where are the rabbit ears and what's red? What's red in the rabbit ear? Lucifer, a horseshoe. The horseshoe, the rabbit ear. Is this a rabbit? Are they talking about the butterfly? Fire, circuit, church, devil. Church. UR is 39, 11, 11. So it's 2, 3, 2 is church. 2, 12. This would be 12 on its level, right? 1/3 of its level is 12. 3, 9 is 12. 23, 23. 11, 11, the 11th hour is the 23rd hour. 39, 49, 59, 60, 61. All ones represent 6. Add on 12 more, 73. The church in Nibiru that runs the red sun, that reflects off of some other element, yellow element called the earth sun, and then comes into this world. So that says that there is this sun that is missing, that is coming, has always been here, it never left, it has beamed its power from a certain distance, now it's getting closer and closer. And I know there was something I wrote down about if. Oh yes, that's exactly what it was. Bing bang on. The light, IF, is 9 and 6, but LI, 12 and 9, 21. 09 is 69, 79, 80, 81. Venus. Church, 3 and 8, 11. 1 and 1 is 2 because it's a combination. 1 and 1 is 2, it's a combination. 39 between 2 letters, the most you can go. Why? Because 21 is the other side of 18. 39. 3 and 9 is 12. 3 times 9 is 27. And 12, 39 again. 61. 8, 11, and 9 is 23. And 8 is 31. And 3 is 34. Church. DC, 34, runner of the light of Saturn. 61 equals to the Saturn moons. Man's one spirit. Monopoly board, dice games, racetracks, anything that's got a word. If you say something about somebody, you look at the cards. Sometimes, you know what, the hardest thing would probably be stuff like this. You know, unless you had a group that comes together and they all talk and they mention something, and the minute somebody mentions something from their head, I don't have to break my head. I says, okay, I'm in collector lanes. I'll collect this from you and that from you and write it down. And everybody, let's try and, like, we need to focus. We need to focus on the flow. As much as we want to go all over the place, we need to focus on the flow. Who's catching, who's pitching. Okay? I am receiving. I'm receiving. So everybody gets to pitch. Keep pitching and respect each other so the catcher will have the chance to catch each and every person or vibration. So then if you break down into groups in certain discussions, you'll be breaking up for less. People will be hearing more direct things about their subject, and boom, I am the catcher and the receiver, and you've been throwing, and it's just been like water, just like falls on the ground. It's a sound, and it goes away, and you're still gaining in your groups, and whatever I pick up is just a bonus for me, right? Until I share it. Then it's all our boners, right? Raphael, 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. I can't even do this because I don't know. I don't want to. Son came and brought me some cat food. I says, bring me a handful, and he brought me a. And we might have a new crow on the list. He doesn't know this yet, but obviously he's going to be in the other room for a little bit, right? So not that he's here very often, but if he's in the other room, he must. I can't force him to participate, but I'm telling you right now, so you can laugh in the future for those who are joining just about every single moment of Gilligan's Island, right? If we looked at it, hey, you're watching Gilligan's Island today, you would probably say, okay. If you're watching Mr. Tackman's, he's another guy on the TV. We can see it, we can back it, we can wind it backwards. Yeah, the whole thing is, of course, we're watching it together. Wind it backwards, fine, you're watching on your own, but we're watching for the giggle, the talk, the exchange. His program makes us, and then when we leave each other, good night, how's it going? And you'll go to bed and you'll say, oh, I wonder what he thought. And you had the discussion the night before, you got there the next day, and everybody's talking about, yeah, you see that shit that was on Gilligan's Island? Who wants to say Mr. Tackpants? Can I say something else? At the house? In the coloring bin, home of vibration. Once that screen, those speakers are on, when your eyes are open, we all become one of the same house. We need to get this house real dark so it looks the same no matter what, even in our cameras. So if you see my face, we could just make it only the face that shows in the rest of these videos. Can somebody do that? Break down 50 videos where you show only the face unless there's writing, and carve it out. And then you put the second screen on with whoever is watching on the other side of the screen, and we'd be like, oh my God, it's both of us. We'd sort of like get my head a little to the side like this. Maybe I'll make more of my videos this way. It'll be like we're just talking like this, and oh, what's going on? Yeah, a little bit of tea. Mind you that meow meow. They put their foot into the water before they drink it. Okay? They want to know what kind of water it is. They want to feel the water it is. They don't want to go into the water. They don't really like the rain. They don't like to get into vehicles or hear loud noises. They have to study it. But they still don't want to get into a car, because the minute you get into that car, you know those magnets that we've been working. Who's the one that works with magnets? Who's the one with Tesla? Tesla. My son's going to say, Dad, what are you doing? I don't know. Does it make a difference that I forgot? What if I said, let him tell us? You know what I'm saying? Mr. Tesla, Mr. Tell Us. Oh my God. I got a phone call. AT&T, don't mess with me. Roger that. Okay, my daughter's a virgin. I had a son. Great. I also got a dog. Hey, Fido, you coming over? Yeah, come on, sprint. That'd pretty good, right? Video is in Tron, right? We saw the video in Tron. Don't knock me silly. Make like a ding-a-ling, like a ding-dong, like the bells are ringing or something. Don't call me Apollo. I didn't put one foot on the ground. Neither did he. Oh, God, golly jeez. It's like we're doing a cat commercial over here. Meow, meow, chow, meow. Hello, CH, creation heaven, one side of the sound of the circle of life. Imagine, right, if the circle was pulled apart, right, and we took that circle and we overlapped it. It would make two ends sticking out at the bottom and a little eye in the center. And then you have your eye for your number 3. Or the circle of life where the cat, okay, goes around the X S, the inverted circle, it makes a round, a ring around the rosy, right? Make a ring around the rosy where it's red. The greater element that comes together, the red and the white, at the middle when they cross. Red and the rosy. Two circles, the 9 lives of the cat that got into the car that I forgot what I was talking about because I was trying to make an explanation story to tell you, and you're watching the Gilligan's Island half hour of Mr. Tackpans. What's going on? So this is what happens. Cat gets in the car and he freaks out because of Tesla and the guy with the magnets. He's not connected to the floor. He's not connected. He's either connected in the air but in the air, all you have to do is this, right? The floor hand has to move like this. You know, the gasoline and the heater in the car, but now you see a light, but we're not looking. We have to look all time. So the cat, either it's in the air, whatever, he's in between the two connections, or he's one of the two, or whatever it is. The minute you drive him past a certain amount, okay, the minute you lift him off the ground, okay, the minute you lift the cat off the ground, okay, he is in danger already. You've broken his circuitry. Then when you drive him fast off the ground, he's like shivering. He's not sure how to catch up to his energy. Dog, cat, internet connections. They just had on the board the other day how the Fox, the Explorer, Man on the Moon, it's all connected, my friends. In hockey, there's 8-8-7-7 in conferences. It used to be some other 3-4-8-5. There used to be 6. Now there's 2, I think. Or there's 4. There's 2 or 4 conferences, or 2 conferences now. Baseball, they play a 3-game series, and then they play a 7-game series and a 7-game series. It's like they hardly play any games. They play 7 games, and 7 games is 14. 14 and 5. They play 19 games total, if I take that right. If it's not 19, it's 17. And when I mention that, let me see on this mini computer here. Let me see. Oh, how does this work? How does this work? Okay, I gotta go to baseball, and I'm gonna tell you right now, because this thing here, standings, scores. Oh, I don't want that. I want and they're gonna tell you from the beginning of the series all the way to the end. I think I'm doing this. Okay, it does. It works. It works. Yay. Okay. Wow, I don't even know what this is. Okay. It starts, I think, on September 30th. Okay. And they play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. It started on the 30th. Whoop. It started on the 30th. I'm going to go back here. Sorry, I could have made a mistake. I think I did. I think this is in the regular season. So Baltimore. Okay, Tampa Bay 8-4 is 1. 4-3 is 2. Wow, 12-3 is 3. Wow, now it's Toronto, Texas. How's that possible? Is that the end of the? Hold on a second. I don't like this. Is this the end of the season? Okay, Tuesday was the end of the season, and then okay, sorry, this is no. It started on October 8th. Okay, so it's Toronto, Texas, Toronto, Texas, Toronto, Texas, Toronto, Texas 4, Toronto, Texas 5. Okay, so it's a 5-game series and then a 7-game series, 57-75. So that's the way it works. So now we all know what 57-75 is. It is the gateway. It is the gateway within the moon, the cycle of the moon, the cylinder. So that's what we have to run baseball by. But Just said one word. You could have said, "Oh no, that's not really the word. It's not cylinder," and we can throw this all around. Wow, 24 minutes on Gilligan's Island, eh? Whew. It's deserted. Deserted. Dessert. Did I have my vegetables? I could have been a legume, which means vegetables. Legum. Whatever I want to think. I can always bring it to another level of some kind of code that you create to know what it really was before it was created, after it was created. So we should discover it. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Camera required, Wi-Fi available here. Look what I got on my cat food. Thank you for watching.